Were you not a fan of how the Tournament of Power went? Did your favorite character bow out too soon? Well, now is your chance to have it your way, as we now present to you the Tournament of Power Bingo Tournament! And here is your host, coming all the way from his fireplace with crazy paving, it's me! Hello everyone, and welcome to the final edition of the live version of the Tournament of Power Bingo Tournament. Yes, I know, it's been a real shame, but also a pleasure to be with you over the last couple of months. But we still have information and results to go through, and it's been very, very interesting, especially with some of the toughest decisions yet going, with an entire Universe 7 heat. But right now, let's find out the results from the second half of round 2. They are: first off, we had Gohan and Roshi being the survivors of the Universe 7 heat. I am sorry, Krillin and Tenshinhan, but I'm afraid you were not bald this way today. Hit and Frieza were obvious choices going through into round 3, followed by Android 17 and our boy Caulifla managing to squeak through, showing that Universe 3 is just about remaining in this competition. We have 2 more Saiyans added to the docket. We have Vegeta and Caulifla. They joined the final 16 in round 3. And we're going to do something very different for this round. We are not going to say who goes through. Might it just be 1? Might it just be 2? Might they all go through and be some kind of bluff? You don't know. This will keep us all guessing right up into the final. And that shall be made in the next couple of weeks for you all to spectate in the form of a what if video. So round 2 actually had some very important scalps going on in there, and I'm afraid that Android 18 and Jiren being the 2 biggest scalps of all. It was down to your vote that the absolute strength magnet that was Jiren did not get through into round 3. But sadly, Android 18 was just no match for Caulifla. It was a very close call, but the facts count. Caulifla does go through to round 3. How are we going to top for round 3's drawings? Well, we've actually managed to push the boat out here, and we've managed to find some bits of driftwood and cobble together something that will actually show the significance of the drawing itself. We are going to actually have a nice wooden floor. Something probably worth, I don't know, about 15 quid maybe, but it's going to be very, very spectacular. As we now, for round 3, for the last time, we now have the drawing of the numbers! Round 3 has now begun and our new location is in motion. And oh dear, that one clearly didn't like the location, but which number is it? You see right there? Number 66, that's Frieza. Frieza starting everything out. So, okay, so we got a big person right in Heat 1 and another escapee right there. Are they afraid to face Frieza? 34. Oh, Kaba. Okay, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that Kaba wouldn't want to face Frieza again after what happened in the original show. But who else is going to join? Ah, Caulifla, our boy. Ooh, this might be tricky. Depends on how many people actually go through in each heat. That is still a mystery. But the mystery not is number 80. That's 80, Roshi. Roshi caps off Heat 1. There you go. A very interesting mix. Heat 1 is now done, and we've had Frieza in already. And now, who's going to go in for Heat 2? Heat 2 is now in action. We had Frieza, but we now have someone about to leave, but was that a time skip? Yeah, it was a time skip. That was Hit. Well, clearly it would be unbeatable, but it might stand a good chance, but it depends on who he is up against now. It's number 11, Android 17. Android 17's been very strong in the vote, so Hit might have a challenge. Well, maybe even more of a challenge, depends on who was trying to escape again. Number 29, Bergamo. So we have the Trio de Danger making their first appearance, but who else will be joining them? And we shall find out now. It's number 32, Carway. Carway got lucky in the last round. Will she get lucky again? Heat 2 done and dusted. We are now actually getting to have an idea about how the heats are formulated. Will Heat 3 make things clearer?
Okay, Heat 3. Let's hope they indeed make things a little bit clearer. The numbers are going down, but what do we have? Number 57. We have Kale again. She started off round 2, but who is going to be joining her for this particular round? The balls are getting smaller in amount, but the tension is still high. Who is it going to be? 77. Caulifla. Kale and Caulifla in the same heat. Ooh, okay. Right, this could get interesting. It'll be even more interesting if we actually knew where the ball was. I think it actually fell on the floor, but no matter. It's number 49, Basil. Okay, so we now have Basil in here, so it might be quite interesting. We'll certainly give this round a bit of a kick. Okay, that ball clearly didn't like the pun. Who is it? It's Pilina, the Universe 6 Namekian. So there we go, Heat 3, Kale and Caulifla.
Well, Heat 3. It's starting to show that Heat 4 is going to be very, very, very epic. But let's do the formalities and show you Heat 4.
Heat 4 indeed is going to be quite easy. It's all Universe 7, but who is going to come out first? It's going to be a little bit tricky, but we do have our first number. It's number 76. It's Gohan. Gohan kicking off the Universe 7 heat, and the machine is getting very, very tired. It's almost done with its task, and due to the fact there are so few balls in there, it's going to take a little bit longer than usual to try and pick a selection, because we're going to add to the tension right here. Are we going to get it? It's really eking out the tension. Oh, come on. We've almost got it here, but who is going to be joining Gohan? We pretty much know who it will be, but we need the second one. Who's it going to be? Gohan and Vegeta, number 65. Okay, so here we go. We have pretty much a good idea who it's going to be, but it depends on who wants to come out first. Who is going to be coming out on top? We have either Piccolo or Goku. Is it going to be? It's number 21. It's Piccolo. Piccolo is the third one, so we've just got to wait for Goku to make his appearance, just like in the actual show. And it's very, very, very quickly after that, and sure enough, number 33, confirmed, it's Goku. Gohan, Vegeta, Piccolo, and Goku. Oh dear.
Well, okay. Heat 4, Goku, Vegeta. The rematch of the century. Will Vegeta actually be able to knock Goku off his pedestal and he doesn't even make the final podium? Will that not all matter? Will everybody go through for a spectacular showdown for the final? It's all a mystery, folks. You have to decide. You have to be very careful with your vote. You can't just pick your favorite. You might not be sure that it might not be enough. You have to be very, very certain about who exactly you want for this final. Remember that as we go forward. And I must thank you all for all of your watching throughout the entire tournament drawing rounds. We shall now continue in 1 week or 2 for the final, presented in a what-if scenario style video. Presented from another location because we have no more money for this set, I'm afraid. I thank you all so much for your patronage and for you watching as we now head towards the final of the Tournament of Power Bingo Tournament! Thank you!